I tell people 3 to 8% of your liquid net worth, diversify, put into crypto.
I don't understand why everyone advertises this diversification crap. Diversification is garbage. Like,
tell me I'm wrong. Teach me something. Go ahead.
Warren Buffett himself says it's stupid, and he only has to do it because he has so much money. He has no choice.
What do you mean by diversification?
Yeah.
You think I should put 100% into crypto?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I do.
So you shouldn't have. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Anything in the stock market. Forget about 401ks, Roth IRAs. Forget about all that kind of stuff like that. REITs, real estate, anything with that.
Trash.
All trash.
All trash.
So the only thing you're saying 100%, you said cash and crypto.
Yes.
Cash and crypto.
Yeah. Yeah. It's worked out real good for me.
I'm sure it has.
So like,
but you also got into Bitcoin when 2011 when it was fucking 10 cents.
Yeah,
so
but like,
you're a godfather in that
Ethereum
respect.
was just $88 like a year and a half ago. Now it's $2,000. So these opportunities keep availing themselves. PulseChain.com is going to come out hopefully soon. Hex.com is on a 90% dip now. Like, we have these things where you're lucky enough that they dip that you can get an entry. There's some things that never dip. Like try and catch a dip on like Amazon. I guess you can, but if you look at the chart,
nothing crazy.
If you look at the chart historically, it is like up and to the right forever. And it's like, so why would you? Okay, here's the theory. Someone somewhere said that you should diversify, and then everyone thought, yeah, that sounds good, but then they never actually put any thought into it. Like, if I were to, I could beat you up about this.
I want you to. I want to learn something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Why do you think diversification is good?
Well, asset allocation. You're saying. I mean,
That's
I'm not
not an
going to keep.
answer.
Okay, hear me out. I'm not going to keep all my
I'm
money
gonna
in
bust
cash.
your balls on this.
Fine. I want to learn. So it's all good. We're having fun.
All right.
I don't want to keep all my money in cash. I'd probably say 10% of my
cash is trash. It just goes to zero. Cool. I get that.
Yeah, but the only super wealthy people can dare say cash is trash. 75% of Americans live in paycheck to paycheck, brother. Go tell the average American that cash is trash. You're going to get slapped in the face verbally, not physically, okay? So you can't say that. Ray Dalio said that at the World Economic Forum in fucking Davos pre-COVID. And then it was like, everyone's like, yeah, thanks, Ray Dalio. You're a billionaire hedge fund guy. The rest of the world needs cash.
They don't,
but respect.
though.
What do you mean they don't need cash?
When you have the ability to instantly convert a real asset into cash on a just-in-time basis, you do not need to expose yourself to the only goes to zero fiat currency horror. And the rest of the world has it far worse. The dollar is at all-time low value, but other currencies are at 40-year low value versus the dollar. So those guys got screwed even harder.
Yeah, the dollar's pretty strong right now.
Yeah, the euro lost a third of its value over the last 14 years versus
Correct.
the dollar, and the dollar lost a massive amount of its value versus the stuff that you want, like versus Big Macs. They keep getting more expensive. So it's not.
Yeah, I go to the if you go to the dollar store, everything's $2 now.
Right.
The dollar menu at McDonald's, everything's like $1.49.
Yeah.
It's like, what just happened here, guys?
100%, bro. 100%. It's not because the stuff went up in price. It's because the dollar is worth nothing now, and it will continue to do that. They will continue to devalue that dollar until it's worth nothing. So if you can sit in any type of real asset that they just don't print for fun all the time, like the dollar, and then convert as needed, then you don't get wrecked holding the dollar. Like if you had $100,000 of savings 10 years ago, well, guess what? The interest rate you earned didn't meet inflation. You lost money saving.
Okay, let's play a game. You ready? Because I want to.
I've still got to bust your balls on why diversification sucks.
I want to stay here.
Yeah.
So if you, this is about that diversification.
Yeah.
Let's say someone has $100,000 in cash.
Yeah.
Let's just use an easy number. Some people be like, "Oh my God, I wish I had $100,000." Some people are like, $100,000. I mean, I'm a fucking millionaire.
He's probably losing 4% a year holding that.
In most people would say, all right, you take a good portion of that, make sure that's in your retirement account, retirement fund. I assume you're not working with 401ks these days, bro, or Roth IRAs. Peter Thiel just turned a 401k into like $5 billion somehow, but that's a whole nother story.
It's very easy. He just put his shares of his startups in the thing. That's it. It's a tax. You can
tax
stick shares
advantage,
in it.
tax free, the whole thing. But a lot of people will say have some in the stock market. Have some stuff in real estate.
But why though?
Okay.
Why?
Because crypto didn't exist at that point, bro.
Tell me. Yeah.
When did
so
crypto become
stupid.
mainstream?
It was stupid then too.
When did crypto become mainstream? Like to the point
Never.
where you could
it's
say
still not mainstream. That's why there's still opportunity. Now. No, it's still not mainstream. That's why there's still opportunity.
Meaning like.
If I put a gun to your
in
head,
the nomenclature,
if I put
people
a gun
know
to your
what
head, I was
Bitcoin
like,
is.
send me $1,000 with your crypto wallet right now, you'd be dead. Because you don't have that. Like, you don't have a crypto wallet in your phone. You don't have $1,000 to send me. You probably don't know how to use it. You don't remember your password. It's not mainstream at all. It's not mainstream at all. So
You're saying the actual concept of having a crypto wallet. Everyone,
Yeah, nobody
what I
uses
mean,
it.
what I mean is everyone knows what Bitcoin is.
Right.
No,
That's mainstream.
I don't think they do.
They don't
Richard,
know
how are you-
details, but
everyone
they know
knows what Bitcoin
they know
is.
it's.
No, they don't.
Point to somewhere in the world that they don't know where Bitcoin is.
We could go mobile and just interview people on the street on this one. Like
and
for
say,
real. But
and say,
hot
have
outside.
you heard of Bitcoin?
But what does that mean? It doesn't matter if they've heard of it.
But that's what mainstream is.
Yeah.
Pop culture. They
Dog.
know about it. I'm not saying they have a crypto wallet and that they can. I'm not saying.
I think cell phones were mainstream when people owned them, not when they heard of them. I think crypto is mainstream when you have a wallet, not when you heard of it. I don't think heard of it is a good measure. Like, heard of it is not useful. Like people have heard of Tiger King. Doesn't mean it's mainstream. Anyway, so look, back to diversification.
Back to diversification.
Diversification is retarded. It's really stupid. Here's a good performing asset. Here's an amazing performing asset, and here's a trash performing asset. Let me get a little bit of each one. Let me sprinkle some Dookie on my SpaghettiOs because like it's different and different's better for a reason I can't answer. Like no, different's not better. You've got something that's the best performing asset class of all time, which is cryptocurrency. That removes counterparty risk, which makes things more efficient, which solves problems like the one you saw in Canada where you buy a sandwich for someone at a political event and now they seize your bank account.
Yeah.
That happened.
I remember.
Canada seized people's bank accounts for buying sandwiches for other people performing a peaceful.
Horrible situation.
Crypto solves that. Like there's so many things wrong with the world right now, and one of the only good things out there that's solving some of those things is cryptocurrency. And so not only do you get to be rich and actually own your own money and actually hold your own keys and not have to beg the credit card company to turn your card back on, to beg your credit card company or your bank to send the money where you want to send it, with worse hours, worse fees, the lowest interest rates that have ever existed. It's all the least number of branches, the least number of ATMs, an actual war on cash globally. Everything sucks except crypto. It's going good. So why would I dilute my crypto gains when I could buy the dip with a bunch of this other garbage that takes 14 years to 2x? And I'm still paying capital gains tax. I'm still only paying 20% cap gains tax if you hold it a year. Why would I bother with all that stuff that sucks? Now I can answer that question for you. Okay, I can tell you the reason why people thought that diversification made sense. If you have a bunch of things that are volatile and you spread that volatility out, it reduces the chance that if you have to sell for some reason, you're selling at like a local bottom in that thing. And so if you spread your volatility out across a bunch of stuff, then you can end up with slightly better returns. Or you could just buy the thing that went up 1,000,000%. Instead of this limp dick trash, wait 14 years to get a 2x. And by the way, that's still better than real estate. Like the stock market's still better than real estate, and historically. So like, if you only have cash, please buy an index fund of the S&P 500. If you have real estate stuff, probably you're going to do better in stocks. They traditionally do better. But
You think real estate traditionally does better than stocks?
No, the other way. Stocks
do
traditionally
better than real estate.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So like,
correct.
And then why not just do the thing that overperforms? Like you could have invested 10 times less money and made 10 times more money in crypto, and then like you have less risk. Like you only put up 1/10 of the money that you would have otherwise had to put up.
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.